So I got a question recently on when and how I wean my piglets. Get everybody distracted over here and then yoink, there goes your babies. And this question actually came to me from one of my channel members, Craig, and thank you for being a channel member, Craig. So I know in larger industrial models of pork production, they have a cut and dried answer for that question with scientific research that goes into it. On a small farm like this, we don't always do the same thing 2 years in a row, 2 seasons in a row, because, well, there's a lot of variables that we have not yet gotten the infrastructure to remove from the equation. So the two main things that I'm really looking at are how is mama doing, and then how are the babies doing. My default answer is usually going to be wait longer to wean them rather than weaning them sooner, because as long as mama is able to tolerate the abuse, for lack of a better term, that comes with the process of having to have, piglets nursing off of her, as long as she's able to tolerate that, I would say it's better for everybody. Now, one of the things that I have noticed is that different sows are going to have a different level of phenotypic resilience where they are able to nurse piglets for a longer time period and have less deterioration in their body condition, so they're not like getting sucked down to looking like skeletons with their hip bones sticking out, because the babies are just taking all the calories and the fat and stripping it right off of them. So the first question that I'm going to be asking is, how is mama tolerating the feeding, and what does her body condition look like? And what I have in this bag here, this is actually Calf Mana Performance Supplement, and I give about a half a scoop of this stuff to my sows when they are nursing, because I'm a big believer in doing everything that I can to support the mamas as they're nursing. I'm feeding them 2 scoops of feed plus whey plus supplement per lactating sow once a day, and then of course fresh drinking water as needed. If they are able to maintain weight, I'll let them go as long as I logistically and reasonably can. If the piglets are growing like crazy, and I have seen some instances where the piglets will be like 25, 28 pounds and very stout and very hardy at 6.5, 7 weeks old, you're not really gaining anything by having them beat up mama in order to try to get some free calories off of her and give those to the little guys. So the way I assess whether or not the little ones are ready to go on their own, or if they still need to be with mama, is not necessarily are they able to eat solid food, because that's obviously necessary, but it's not sufficient. I'm looking for how aggressive they are at the food dish with mama. And you'll notice when the piglets get big enough, and I can't put an exact number on when this happens, but you'll know it when you see it. When the piglets get big enough that mama is sticking her nose underneath them when they come up to the food dish, and she'll flip them off and toss them 10 feet away because they're competing for food at the dish, that's a very clear sign that I look at and say, okay, these guys are ready to wean regardless what size they are, because they're fending for themselves and they're competing for resources. To me, that means that they are ready to care for themselves and take on their own acquisition of resources, and that they will most likely thrive in an environment where they are going to be eating out of a feeder. So in the time that you save by weaning them off of mama early, if it's a good fit and there's no harm or setback done to the piglets, you actually give mama the opportunity to get rebred a little bit earlier. And if you have a very rigorous and buttoned up schedule, you can get 3 litters a year out of your sows. Typically, that doesn't happen for me because I tend to be a little bit more casual about the way I go about that process. When in doubt, I always err on the side of leaving the piglets with mama. There's also logistics that come into play here, because there's some times when you need space, or when you need to get one mama out and you need to wean her baby so that you can move another sow into her spot. And it's going to be better to wean her piglets a little bit too early and to move her out so that the other one can come in and you're going to at least get the next litter going. And so you kind of have to do things sometimes earlier or later as the market and the animals demand. I actually have a client right now who wants me to wean his piglets a little bit early because he has a trailer rental that coincides with a specific date. The piglets are going to be like 6.5 weeks at that point. They may be ready, and we'll go in here and see these piglets in just a moment. And they're only maybe 5-6 days old right now. They're growing like hotcakes. They're an F1 cross. Sire is purebred Tamworth. Mother is purebred Berkshire. Beautiful babies, growing really nice. He might be able to get away with that, and you're not even going to know the difference in those piglets, even though they're weaned 1.5 weeks early. And mama is then going to be able to get refed, get back in condition, make sure she's nice and stout, and then get back out there and rebred earlier so you're ahead of the game. And this is the difference between a keeper sow and a sausage sow, because she is one of the few sows that makes me money on this farm, because she has big litters, she weans the vast majority of her babies, she nurses well, produces a lot of milk, and then turns the babies around quickly and gets them out, and they're big and well fed, and it's ahead of schedule. That is really important, and a big part of what enables you to be profitable in this kind of a business is being able to have animals that will get you that kind of performance consistently and enable you to have more money coming in while maintaining fewer animals, because the animals you have, they're doing more. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, if I could have 10 or 15 sows like this one, purebred Berkshire, produces tons of milk, doesn't get too fat in the off season. And the one next to her, Gertrude, she's another one. These two are absolute champs. I'm always happy that I have them. I got a pile of piglets. They just sit down, they have their babies. They don't fight with each other. They don't squash a whole bunch of their babies. They're careful. They produce milk. They'll feed 10 babies. They'll lose a little bit of weight, but not that much. And then after they're done, you put them right out back with the boar. They get bred again. They'll do it all over again. They're pound for pound my best sows that I have here. And one of the reasons why I bought about 18 new pigs this past fall, I'm trying to get more sows like these two. And in order to do that, it's going to be trial and error, and you have to go through a lot of lesser animals to get to the ones that are really the keepers. But then what I'm going to be doing is keeping the daughters from these two so that I can build the genetics that I have found to be good. And then once I have the good maternal genetics, then refining the good maternal genetics down into, from there, to the good meat and carcass genetics. And by that time, I'm going to be like 90 and probably will not even know what a YouTube is. There's a younger litter that's like 4 days old, and the older litter is like 6 days. And you can see the size difference between the bigger ones, like this guy right here, and then the little ones like there. You got 19 altogether. It's kind of funny watching the other pigs that are not in the maternity ward. They're always a little bit jealous because these guys get way more food They get the supplements added, they get whey. It's all fancy. Although now we started adding whey to all of the pigs' rations so that we could improve the lysine and the nutritional content. So I'm currently feeding a very low soy ration. And so the whey puts back some of the lysine into the feed to make up for the soy that's not there. And it's still early to tell how well that is working, but it's been about a month or so, and it seems to be doing pretty good. So I'm cautiously optimistic. So I guess the short answer in terms of when I am weaning piglets, it's anywhere between 6 weeks and 8 weeks. And there's various reasons why you can go for a shorter period or a longer period until you wean them. But I think it's important to look at the context surrounding everything, the performance and the condition of mama, and the performance and the condition of the babies. I recently got some piglets that were weaned at like 5.5 weeks, and they were not ready to be weaned. They were definitely eating solid food, and they started to grow out eventually. But for about a week, week and a half, they were only eating just a little bit, and it wasn't really enough to keep them growing and progressing at the rate that I would like to see. There's a lot of interpretive commentary here where you ultimately have to do what's going to work for you. The fellow that I bought the piglets from, he had some pretty extreme extenuating circumstances that forced him to sell those piglets at 5.5 weeks. Otherwise, he would have kept them longer on mama, but stuff happened. He couldn't do that. And I knew all of that when I bought this, so there was no like issues with it. But you notice that going in, and it's interesting to look because there are other people who will tell you that they have better results from animals that are weaning earlier. And my estimation is that those that are doing better when they're weaned earlier, a lot of it comes from genetics and also maternal abilities, milk production, and all of that that they're getting already baked into the cake from the mama's side. But you take as much time as you need to get a piglet that you can be proud of when it leaves your farm, because those animals are ultimately going to be either a good advertisement for what you do, or they're going to like be a buzzkill for anybody who would come after. So I always want to make sure that my animals look good and are ready to go, even if it means that it costs me a little extra in money and time to get them in that robust condition before they go off on their way. I do everything, as you saw if you watched the video, about giving the pigs ivermectin. Do it at feeding time, do it when mama's distracted, and if the piglets are big enough that you've noticed them starting to compete for resources with mama, they're starting to annoy her just enough that when they've got a mouthful of feed going into the bowl next to mama and she's trying to get rid of them, you yank them up by their back leg, you toss them over the wall, mama, they're gonna have a mouthful of feed that they're still chewing, so they're not able to squeal and make noise. You can get 2-3 steps away before they make a sound. You drop them over the fence, drop them in the gate, drop them over the wall, wherever, drop them into some either container or over some sort of barrier, and you'll be able to repeat that process as long as mama is hungry and eating. And that's the summary of how we do our weaning and pretty much anything that is going to be likely to annoy the pigs if they were to really be fully clued in. We kind of do a little, media blitz and get everybody distracted over here, and then yoink, there goes your babies. And before you know it, it's a done deal. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so we can do it all over again, because there's a lot more videos that I still have to make. And while you're waiting for that next one to drop, make sure to watch this video right here, because it will answer more of the questions that you never knew you had about raising pigs on pasture. I'm Steven Reichert. We'll see you guys in the next video.